Welcome back to the Newsies newscast. I'm your host, Kati Katrenko, and today we're investigating sickle cell disease as well as potential treatment involving gene therapy. For those who aren't aware, sickle cell disease is a deadly genetic condition first described in 1910. Today, it affects about hundreds of thousands of Americans and millions of people worldwide. Here we have a doctor actively studying the disease who can elaborate further. Let me introduce Dr. Kim.
Sickle cell disease is a group of inherited disorders that affects the shape of hemoglobin, an essential molecule in red blood cells. It's caused by mutations in the HBB gene. As a result, people with this disease have disordered red blood cells shaped like sickles. This is really bad for the person because when blood cells sickle, they break down earlier. This, combined with a few other factors, leads to a multitude of health problems, including anemia, pain, infections, and most importantly, organ damage, which happens when sickled red blood cells get stuck in smaller blood vessels, causing immense pain and preventing organs from getting the oxygen they need. And no, this disease is not something you can catch. This is an autosomal recessive disorder, so in order to show this condition, both copies of the HBB gene have to have mutations, meaning both of your parents must be carriers.
Wow, that was very informative. Thanks, Dr. Kim. Now, despite the bleakness of the situation, there's hope for people with sickle cell disease. For some time now, doctors have been investigating gene therapy as viable treatment, like Dr. Kim. Dr. Kim has actually been part of such a study for some time now. What is gene therapy? What else do you have to say on this topic?
Therapy aims to treat genetic conditions by editing genes themselves. There's multiple ways to go about this, but what we're doing is altering stem cells taken from the patient, then introducing them back into the body. So because these cells are from the patient, there's no risk of rejection. However, part of the downside is that we need to tailor gene therapy for each individual, which is time-consuming and expensive. But I do believe this is worth it. In our clinical trials, 35 patients partook in a single infusion and were followed for about 37 months. In the time that followed, blood cells were restored and most of the serious symptoms of the disease were eliminated, including severe pain. All of these effects were sustained throughout the trial period.
I was diagnosed with sickle cell disease when I was young. For a very long time now, I've had severe pain and sometimes fatigue. Ever since I was young, and even now, I've had pain crises. I haven't had the chances that others have had, and when I had the opportunity to join the study and clinical trials for gene therapy, I jumped for it, and I'm so glad I did. I've only had one pain crisis in the time since my infusion. Preparatory time took a while, but in the months that followed, I had a lot less pain and fatigue.
Thank you for your time, Dr. Kim and Zoe Goldsmith. Sickle cell disease is truly a sad affliction, but despite its brutal effects, it looks like there's finally some hope on the horizon. I'm your host, Kati Katrenko of the Newsies newscast, signing off.